Hello everyone, welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. There is a lot to go over this week. First and foremost, let's take a look at the injury report. That's right, we're without probably our 4 best offensive players in terms of overall, at least. Mike McGlinchey gone this week, Jerry Jeudy gone for the next 2, Javonte Williams with a dislocated hip gone for 3, Quinn Miners gone for 4, and actually it's going to be longer than that because I decided to put him on injured reserve, so I think it's actually 7 more weeks for Quinn Miners. I did say I would give Gardner Minshew 4 weeks to be the starter. We have given him that and he has been horrendous. If we look at his stats this year, 940 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 picks through 4 games. Only been sacked 4 times, so only once a game, which isn't that bad, but with a 50% completion percentage and 6.9 yards per attempt. It's just really bad. A couple other things have happened to the quarterback room. I did have to release Andy Dalton because with all the injuries, we just do not have the roster spots right now to keep him. And I did demote Walt Morse to the practice squad, and Joe Shields has been activated from the practice squad, and he'll be a backup. He's not going to start. His accuracy ratings are horrendous, but he does have the strong arm, I guess, is the one good thing going for him. Javonte Williams being out for a few weeks promotes Tyler Beatty to the RB1 role. Jaleel McLaughlin will back him up. And then we signed Cameron Peoples, who spent last season on our practice squad, to be a mix-up. He's more of a power guy, but he probably will not see the field really at all. Also, our cap situation is terrible. I did have to cut Tyquan Thornton, which promotes Tyrell Simmons to the wide receiver 4 while Jerry Jeudy is still injured. Britton Venable also close to coming back from injury. And then we have Jamie Crothers activated off the practice squad to be the 5th wide receiver while we're battling these injuries. We do have 1 extra roster spot while Quinn Miners is on IR, and we do need more depth at offensive line right now. So Danny Tyson will be signed off of the Lions practice squad. And I think it's time to look at trades for a new quarterback. I have 3 quarterbacks in mind. One of those players is Trey Lance. He's 24 years old, could hypothetically be the QB of the future. He does only have normal dev right now, but he has very similar accuracy ratings to Gardner Minshew, but he has a stronger arm with better deep accuracy. I believe he's better throw on the run, better play action, better under pressure, better break sack, and of course, very, very fast. So he would have the ability to run, get out of the pocket, extend plays, that type of thing, which is something I really like in a quarterback. The issue is that he does have the tag QB of the future. So it just means that they're less likely to trade him. And if they do trade him, they're going to want more in return. Another guy is Tyler Huntley, and he is probably the best from a quarterback perspective. He has 88 short accuracy, but that's playing up. So it's truly 86, 81 medium, which is a pretty significant improvement on Gardner Minshew. His deep accuracy is actually slightly worse, but his throw power is the same. I believe he is also better on the run, pretty good speed. In fact, really good speed, really good acceleration. Again, the ability to run, and he has ideal sense of pressure, which is huge, meaning he's less likely to get under pressure in accuracies. He's also just straight up a backup. Like, he would be a lot easier to trade for, in my opinion, than Trey Lance. And then the last guy is Matt Corral. He's only a 67 overall, but he has better accuracies than Gardner Minshew, except for short. So it is better medium, it's better deep with a stronger arm, and he is pretty fast as well. Not quite as fast as the other 2, but with some speed. Is Trey Lance who we really want, chat? That's the question. I don't necessarily think that he is. Like, yeah, sure, he can develop into something, but Tyler Huntley is so inexpensive. His cap hit is $680K. He costs nothing. And it's just for this season in reality. Like, what is the point of getting Trey Lance when Tyler Huntley brings essentially the same thing for cheaper and probably won't be on the team next season anyway? This is a guy we need to get us through the season. We don't even necessarily need him to help us win. I just want him to be better than Gardner Minshew. Next season's 3rd for Tyler Huntley. Will they accept? They do. Trade is done. Tyler Huntley is going to be the quarterback for the Denver Broncos for the remainder of this season. Like I said, not a flashy play. Trey Lance or Matt Corral, I think, is a much flashier trade. Tyler Huntley is the least expensive of the three, and I might even argue is the best actual throwing quarterback of the three, at least as it stands currently. And it's very unlikely that whoever we traded for, we were bringing back next season anyway. So I think that this makes sense. It's costing us the least amount of money. We do have to give up a third, which kind of sucks, but the team, I think, is going to operate a lot better with Tyler Huntley over Gardner Minshew as the quarterback. With that being the case, Joe Shields will not be remaining on the roster. He's going to go back to the practice squad. So with that out of the way, the trade finally done, we can take a look at maybe some other trade offers we have. One that I am interested in is this one for Zion Johnson. I know it's interdivision, which sucks. Obviously, we don't want to help the Chargers get better by giving them a superstar tight end, but we're super injured on the right side of the line. This is a right guard that's very young with star dev that could help us a lot going forward. Even after the player comes back from injury, he could be moved to left guard and he could be the starting left guard of the future. I think that this trade makes a ton of sense for us. I just hate to have to do it with the Chargers. I also don't think we need to do it now by any means. But anyway, let's not waste any more time on trade talks. Let's get into the matchup against the Chiefs. We've got a rivalry rematch. We of course lost to them in week number 3, which was their first win of the season. They're now 2-2. We're 1-3. When a team sweeps you, they get the sense that they own you and that you're not a threat. Let's go out, get our revenge, and show everyone the first loss was more of a fluke than reality. Bro, Sean Payton is way too optimistic. Bro, Cameron Fleming being like the team captain is disgusting. Like, you know, we're struggling. We've got heavy rain for this game, which isn't great for Tyler Huntley's Denver Broncos premiere. Looks like it's going to be raining. Oh, Gardner, I'm so sorry. Did nobody tell you that you're getting benched, my guy? The slick football and rough footing, blah, 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 beat the Chiefs and rack up 150 plus rushing yards. All right, let's get into the weekly strategy. Take a look at training. Hopefully no more injuries. I will cry. Defense. Any injuries here? We're chilling defensively. Everyone's still healthy defensively. Offensively, are we chilling off? We're chilling. Okay, no more injuries. We're safe from the injury bug, at least temporarily. We do have some players to upgrade. Chester Truman, the love of my life, best wide receiver in the NFL. He has superstar dev, by the way. This was revealed. So what a steal. We drafted him in the 5th round. He has 99 speed, 99 acceleration, and has superstar dev. Just an absolute monster. I don't want to give him playmaker. It does make him a scheme fit. I wanted to get better at medium route running, to be honest, but none of these are for medium route running. Let's just do slot. He plays in the slot a lot. He gets +2 catch and traffic, +1 short route running, but it's really, like I said, his medium route running that needs work. But I mean, all of his catching stats need work as well, so getting more catch and traffic is good. He does drop the ball a lot. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the game against the Chiefs. It is absolutely pouring rain here in Kansas City. I mean, that was a downpour. Call a delay, I think. Tyler Huntley, though, here he is. First look in a Denver uniform. The second time in this series we've traded for a quarterback sort of around the early to midway point of the season. We'll see if it pays off, kind of like it did last year. Ended up finishing 8-9 after a 1-5 start. We're now 1-3, looking to probably continue being, you know, maybe finish like 1-16, get that first overall pick, you know. We won't see Tyler Huntley just yet as we are underway here in Kansas City. Is that Clyde Edwards-Helaire back to return, or has he gone off the team? It looks like he might be gone off the team. This is a decent return from whoever it is, and he's past the 30 to the 31, and that is where Mahomes and the Chiefs offense will take the field for the first time today. Look at his stats so far this season. He's got 1,100 yards, nearly 1,200 with 5 touchdowns, only 1 pick. 1st and 10 from the 31. Defense of the Broncos, of course, entirely the same for the moment. No trades made here, as this is a quick throw for Kadarius Toney, tackled down by Damari Mathis at the 39, 2nd and 2. As I recall from our first meeting with the Chiefs, they didn't run the ball a whole lot. We'll see if they go to it a little more with the rain, and it doesn't work out on this occasion. Caden Stearns with a TFL. 3rd and 3 from the 38. Will the Chiefs decide to run? They will, and it's to Pacheco, and Cameron Bynum this time makes an excellent tackle, and it's going to be 4th down, Kansas City. They'll punt it away. Here he is, number 11, Tyler Huntley, the new quarterback of the Denver Broncos, likely for the rest of the season. And there's Tyler Beatty in the backfield as Javonte Williams, obviously still injured. We'll see what Beatty can do as the RB1 for today. It's a pickup of 4 on the first carry. Makes it 2nd and 6 from the 25. We'll go back to Beatty, and he's got a decent carry again, and he goes down with an injury nearly immediately. Second run of the day is injured, and now we substitute in Jaleel McLaughlin. We have just been injured all season, just bitten by the injury bug this year. It's just one of those years in Denver. 3rd and 3. Huntley will throw for the first time in a Broncos uni and misses the very first attempt. 4th and 3 will punt it away. Why was that punt so bad? Oh my God. Did I miss the meter? 1st and 10 for the Chiefs after a terrible punt from Riley Dixon. I'm not really sure what went wrong. As Mahomes is going to go down. Drew Sanders in the backfield. A big loss of 7. 2nd and 17 coming up. Makes it a big 2nd down here in Kansas City. Very long 2nd down as Mahomes running out of time again. Throwing crossbody to Kelsey. Finds his man. Pickup of 8 makes it a 3rd and a bit more manageable 9. On 3rd down, Mahomes looking to get that conversion. Running out of time again, and Baron Browning this time brings him down. Another sack. 4th and 15 for Kansas City. Denver takes back over. A big stand from the defense. From the 38, under center is Tyler Huntley. Looking to throw. Going to find his man. That's Chester Truman, who's got the elite breakaway speed. Can't make anybody miss down the field, but it's to the 40, and it's a 1st and 10 for Denver. Tyler Beatty already back in the game. Just a very minor injury, which we're glad to hear. Don't need any more injuries on this team. 1st and 10 from the 40. We'll hand off Beatty, and I tried to break it to the outside, but it's going to be a loss of 1 for Denver. On 2nd and 11 from the 41, we're looking to throw again, and quickly under pressure is Huntley. Can't even really get the ball away. Lucky to 3rd down. 3rd and 11. Broncos looking to convert, as with the weather, I imagine this is not quite field goal range. We go downfield for Marvin Mims, who makes the grab. Big 1st down, Denver inside the 20. Great throw there from Tyler Huntley. As from the 19, we'll go to the other Tyler Beatty, who's got breakaway speed and is past the 10, inside the 8, down at the 7. 1st and goal, Denver. On 1st and goal from the 7, we're going for Chester Truman. Back of the end zone, makes the toe tap grab, and it's a touchdown for Chester Truman. He was quiet in week number 1, but has been extremely loud since, and it's a big touchdown once again for Chester Truman, the rookie of the year at this point in the season. He has to be. 1st and 10, the Chiefs take over from their own 24 after Denver, the first team to strike here. Holmes out of the shotgun, will be looking to throw, finds Rashee Rice, but it's punched away by Damari Mathis. Makes it 2nd and 10. 5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Mahomes changing up the play a little bit before taking the snap. Gets the ball out quickly. It's Rice again. Not punched out this time by Mathis, but instead a 1st down for Kansas City. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs. They've got Kadarius Toney, I believe, in motion, and it's for him. Tries to break it to the outside, but Tyreek Stevenson is there. Brings him down. 2nd down. 2nd and 10, Kansas City. And it's a fake for Pacheco, and the 2nd sack already on the day for Baron Browning. An absolute animal so far today. 3rd down and a long 16 for Kansas City. Will they be able to convert? Mahomes running out of time. Across the middle has his man. It's Kadarius Toney. Just had way too much time to throw, and they convert on the 3rd and long and get inside Denver territory. 1st and 10 from the 43. As Mahomes takes a snap, looks to throw again, running out of time again, and that's a drop from Isaiah Pacheco, laid out by Caden Stearns as well. 2nd down to 2.5 minutes left to play in the first. Mahomes throws quickly, knocked away from Kelsey by Devin Bush in coverage. That makes it 3rd and 10, empty set for the Chiefs. Mahomes takes the snap, scrambling, firing downfield for Kelsey, who makes the catch. A very Mahomes to Kelsey play. Cameron Bynum brings him down, but it's in the red zone for the Chiefs. 1st and 10 from the 18. Mahomes throwing quickly, finds Kelsey again. Drew Sanders was in coverage and couldn't keep up. 1st and goal down at the 3. So from the 3, inside the 5. Mahomes, hands off. Pacheco can't get there. Devin Bush in on the tackle. Now from the 2, really just a touch inside of the 2. Mahomes takes the snap, pitches outside to Pacheco, and he's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. 6 on the board for the red team. As Pacheco doing a little dancey dance. Broncos offense back on the field, starting from their own 25 after the touchback. It is a handoff to Tyler Beatty, who's trying to find the edge. Can't quite get there, but does have 7 yards on the carry. 2nd and 3, possibly the last play of the first quarter here from the 32. It is a handoff to Tyler Beatty once again. He's actually going to lose a yard here. It'll be 3rd and 4 when the second quarter begins. 7-7 at the end of the first. We'll see if Denver can keep up this pretty good level of play. 3rd and 4 from the 31. Huntley takes the snap, looks to throw, finds Marvin Mims, who goes down, has the reception at the 36. 1st and 10 Denver. So from the 36, we'll hand it off to number 36, Tyler Beatty. Doesn't have much, has 3 yards. Hasn't been a terrible day so far for Beatty, just hasn't been that good either. On 2nd and 7, we'll go play action, and Huntley outrunning a defender, something Gardner Minshew was never able to do. That likely is a sack with Minshew in the game. Not exactly a fantastic outcome, though, as it only gained 1, so it's 3rd and 6. From the 40, Huntley will look to throw. Trying to find Mims across the middle, and it's dropped. He did have to dive for it in these slippery conditions. It's 4th and 6 coming up. A shanked punt. I've never seen it. The weather actually does affect punts. So the Riley Dixon punt was shanked out of bounds. The weather clearly affecting the ability to punt here, as throwing across the middle, nearly finding Rashee Rice, is Mahomes. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 42. It's a fake to Pacheco. Mahomes has all kinds of time. Intercepted, though, by Damari Mathis. He underthrew Rashee Rice, and Damari Mathis, our leader in interceptions this year, gets another one on the season. A huge play from number 27. Mahomes just threw it short-armed, I guess. Maybe it's another weather thing. And Damari Mathis got his hands up there, and they were sticky. Damari Mathis, of course, intercepted Justin Herbert in week number 2 to get the Broncos their only win on the season. This is going to be a carry for Tyler Beatty, a pickup of 5. On 2nd and 5 from the 43, Huntley back to pass. A little bit of pressure coming. Going to look to take off to run maybe. Doesn't have the first, but is very close. 3rd and 1. 3rd and short. Denver needs less than a yard. Tyler Beatty on the carry, and he's got that. It's going to be 1st and 10 Denver from the Kansas City 48. So on 1st and 10, Huntley from under center will go play action, and looking for Chester Truman down the field, holds on, has a reception to the 33. Go the Broncos. 1st and 10 from the 33 for Denver. Beatty on the carry. Can he juke out one? He can. Can't find the edge after that, though, but it is still a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd and short, it's an empty set for Huntley. Looking to throw. Going to try to find Josh Reynolds, who actually holds on and breaks a couple tackles. Has a 1st down. 7 of 10 so far for Tyler Huntley. The offense definitely looking a lot cleaner with Tyler Huntley at the helm. 1st and 10 from the 19. Huntley will look to throw. Going to dump this off to Dulcich, but under pressure, inaccurate for Huntley. I sing his praise, and then he throws one away, so forgive me for ever admiring anyone's ability. 2nd and 10 from the 19. Tyler Beatty up the gut, has 3. 3rd and 7. On 3rd and 7 from the 16. We'll look to throw with Huntley, and it is out of the side of the end zone from Huntley, looking for Marvin Mims. 4th and 7. Will likely attempt a field goal here. I do have to say I'm a little nervous to attempt this field goal after the terrible punting, but we'll give it a shot. Tanner Brown's kick. It is up. It is good. Right down the middle, in fact. And it is 10-7 for the Broncos. 1st and 10 from the 25 for Kansas City. Mahomes throwing quickly for Kelsey. Breaks a tackle. Brought down afterwards by Cameron Bynum. 1st and 10 to the 40 for the Chiefs. From the 40, Mahomes out of the shotgun. It is actually a handoff to Pacheco. These are seemingly rare. It's a pickup of 3, only his 5th carry on the day. 5 minutes left to go in the half. It's Mahomes out of the shotgun once again, changing up the play a little bit. And throwing quickly for, I think that was Justin Ross, and it's just dropped. Justin Ross absolutely schooled Tyreek Stevenson off the line. Mahomes saw it immediately, overthrew it a little bit where Ross had to dive. That should have been a touchdown, honestly. That makes it 3rd and 7. Denver looking to get the defense off the field. A throw quickly for Ross, again knocked out by Stevenson. 4th and 7. I imagine Kansas City will punt this away. 4.5 minutes on the clock for the Broncos. Plenty of time to try to get down the field, get some more points on the board before halftime. Tyler Beatty, though, will lose 2 on this carry. That's Chris Jones in the backfield. So now it's an empty set for Huntley. And he will look to throw. Going to go downfield for Beatty. And it is incomplete. 3rd and 12. Huntley, empty set again. Will look to throw. Going to try to find Chester Truman, who holds on to it. To the 38, another first down for Denver. The ever-reliable Chester Truman, except for when he's not, because he does drop it pretty frequently. 1st and 10 from the 38. Tyler Huntley looking to throw again. He's going to Chester Truman. Jukes out a defender. Has a couple extra yards out of it. 2nd and 1. From the 46, we'll go to Tyler Beatty on 2nd down. Can he get the edge? Get the stiff arm? He can't do it. 3rd and 1. 3rd down, Denver. 1 yard to go. We're going to switch it up because I don't want to run at Chris Jones. Handoff. Beatty up the gut. He's got it. 1st down, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 outside of the 2-minute warning. This is going to be a screen set up for Tyler Beatty. Follows the Ben Powers block. And is down at the 43, 2nd and 2. About a minute and a half left to play in the first half. On 2nd and 2, looking to throw with Huntley and trying to find Winters. Him and Reynolds collided. It just did not work out. 3rd down, Huntley looking to throw, finding his man, tight end Rashad Winters for the first time today. He's got the reception. He's to the 31, 1st and 10 Denver. So from the 31, on 1st and 10, going to go down the field for Mims. Not a great throw from Huntley, honestly. Very underthrown. And Cameron Fleming, our left tackle, is injured. So now we have 3 linemen as backups. 3 of our 5 linemen are backups right now. Ben Powers and Blaine Wynn, the only starters still in the game. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Taking a shot for Tyler Beatty. Can he catch up to it? No. Overthrown. Would have been a touchdown from Tyler Huntley. Torn labrum for Fleming. He will miss significant time. 3rd and 10, just under a minute left to play for Denver. Take the snap, look to throw. Gonna go for Chester Truman towards the end zone, makes the grab, and he holds on at the 4. 1st and goal, Broncos. 20 seconds left to play. Huntley will look to throw. Gonna look for Reynolds, and it's inaccurate from Tyler Huntley. And what should have been a touchdown is now an interception. And the Chiefs take over from their own 3 with 17 seconds left. How does he miss that throw, man? Tyler Huntley right here just has a free touchdown pass to Josh Reynolds. Just has to hit him in the chest, and it's a touchdown probably. Misses it wide right. It goes to Willie Gay. And instead of 17-7, we're going to head into the half 10-7. That is just brutal. That'll be the end of the first half. It'll be 10-7. And in all honesty, it should be 17-7 as Tyler Huntley threw a really bad interception in the end zone. Just had to throw it straight to Josh Reynolds. Would have been another touchdown on the board, but it is what it is. We head to the half with a lead. That's all you can really ask for. We'll look around the league, see if there's any surprise upsets. Maybe as it's still raining on the screen. I don't know if you guys are seeing these little droplets of water popping in from time to time. The Ravens are up on the Raiders 21-17. The Packers visiting the Detroit Lions, and the Packers up 17-6. The Packers off to an 0-4 start this season. And then finally, the Falcons in New Orleans are up 14-13 just before the half. Broncos offense will start with the ball here in the second half from their own 25. On 1st and 10, we'll hand off. Tyler Beatty goes nowhere. In fact, it's going to be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. So on 2nd down, we'll look to throw. Hit Chester Truman in the middle of the field. He's able to hold on, but it's only a pickup of 3. 3rd down and 8 from the 27. Huntley will look to throw again. Looking for Winters, just ran out of time. It took way too long to develop down the field. 4th and 8, it's a failure on Denver's first drive of the second half. The punt from Riley Dixon is shanked once again. The weather with punting is insane. That means the Chiefs do start from the Denver 45, or actually, excuse me, their own 45. And it's a handoff to Pacheco. Breaks a tackle and has a lane. Devin Bush is not going to be able to catch him. Cameron Bynum has to save a touchdown. And I don't know who that was that missed a tackle, but that is really, really bad. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs inside the red zone now. As Mahomes out of the pistol will change up the play a touch. And then we'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Pacheco. Drew Sanders can't make the tackle. Bynum has to. From the 15, you got Pat Surtain lined up on Travis Kelce. That's kind of a fun matchup over there on the left. As Mahomes will go to Kelce, who makes the grab and is down. I guess they're saying his knee was down before the ball crossed the plane. 1st and goal from the 1. Mahomes is throwing, and it's dropped by his backup tight end. Is that Noah Gray? It's not. It's Zylstra. 2nd and goal from the 1. This time it's a handoff to Pacheco, and he walks it in, and it's a touchdown for Kansas City. And the shanked punt from Riley Dixon does come back to bite us. And Pacheco was money on this drive for Kansas City. 14-10 in favor of the Chiefs. Denver offense takes back over, hoping to look a little better on this drive compared to the last one, but not a great start for Tyler Beatty. Jaleel McLaughlin has entered the game on 2nd and 8 from the 21. We're going to go play action, look to throw. Dump this off to Marvin Mims. Has the grab laid out at the 27, but it'll be 3rd and short. On 3rd and 2 from the 27, Huntley will look to throw. Trying to find his man Josh Reynolds, and he drops it. A terrible time for a drop. It's 4th and 2, Denver. I'm going to try to punt it again because I think going for it here is really bad. I'll try maybe less power and maybe it won't be shanked. No, it is shanked again. We just can't punt the ball. Trust me, I do understand that the weather should have some effect on my ability to kick. Totally get that, on board with that. With the punt gets shanked every single time. That's just not realistic. On 2nd down, Mahomes out of the shotgun with Pacheco to his left. There's a fake to Pacheco and a throw for Rice, dropped. 3rd and 8. Just a sloppy day all the way around with this rain. And on 3rd down, Mahomes looking to get the conversion for Kansas City. Throws quickly for Rice, who's just wide open in the middle of the field. Brought down by Patrick Surtain II. 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Chiefs. Denver defense started really hot and then has just cooled off quite a bit. 1st and 10, Mahomes throwing for Justin Ross, who is into the end zone. It's another touchdown for the Chiefs. Denver defense just looking like they cannot match up right now. Looked really good in the 1st quarter and have looked pretty bad ever since. And this will be a 20-10 lead for Kansas City, 21 pending the PAT. 1st and 10 from the 25. Denver takes back over on offense. Really struggling so far here in the 2nd half. Decent carry there for Jaleel McLaughlin. It's 2nd and 6. On 2nd and down. 2nd and down, I think is what I said. Throw for Mims, holds on to the 33. 3rd and 2. Looks like it might be a safety blitz here for Kansas City. 3rd and 2. Take the snap, look to throw, and it's inaccurate from Tyler Huntley. That would have been a huge play to Chester Truman, who is just always open. 4th and 2. At this point, we cannot punt the ball away. It is shanked pretty much every single time. So instead, we're going for it. 4th and 2. Huntley will look to throw. Going to roll out to his right. Can't get the edge. 1st and 10, Kansas City from the 32. Not being able to punt is killing our game. It is shanked every time from Riley Dixon. 1st and 10, handoff Pacheco. He might have a touchdown here. Going to get inside the 10, tackled by Cameron Bynum at the 6. 1st and goal, Kansas City. So from the 6, Pacheco still in the game after the big run. Mahomes out of the shotgun will hand it off to him. Going to be tackled down by Devin Bush and Uwazurike, 2nd and goal. From the 4, offset I formation. So they've got, I believe that is actually Noah Gray in motion, and it's a handoff, Pacheco, and he's going to punch it in. Brought down by Drew Sanders, but too late. And it's another 6 on the board for Pacheco and for Kansas City. And it's going to be 28-10. The inability to punt the ball is absolutely killing this team. Granted, the inability to get 1st downs, I think, is the bigger issue. Dump this off to Julio McLaughlin. Can't make anybody miss, and it's going to be a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. From the 23, Huntley will look to throw. Going downfield for Chester Truman. It's overthrown. It's intercepted. Things are going from bad to worse here in the 3rd quarter for Denver. Pat Foote, our backup right guard, also goes down with an injury on this play. And it's just, this season is, it's over. Pat Foote headed to the locker room. We are down to just shambles of our offensive line. A throw for Mahomes is completed to Kadarius Toney. 1st and 10 from the 18 for the Chiefs. Mahomes in an empty set, looking to extend the lead here. Mahomes throwing for Kelsey over the top of Pat Surtain's head. Perfectly accurate from him. And into the end zone once again are the Chiefs. And they are just pouring it on right now. As it was 10-7 for Denver at the half. We're not even to the 4th quarter, and it's 35-10 Kansas City. Pat Foote has a dislocated elbow, will not return for this game, and I imagine will miss extended time. I'm on my 3rd string right guard, and I'm on my 3rd string right tackle. 1st and 10 from the 25, Denver takes back over. If we get to 4th down, we're kind of screwed because we cannot punt the ball away. 2nd and 11. Can't run the ball either. The offense looked relatively decent in the 1st half and has just completely fallen apart here in the 2nd. Missed throw from Tyler Huntley forces 3rd and 11. It doesn't even matter who the quarterback is. Huntley looked a little better, but now he's playing awful. 3rd and 11 from the 24. Tyler Huntley will look to throw. Has Josh Reynolds make the throw, please. Josh Reynolds, he holds on down at the 48. Finally, something positive for the Broncos. 1st and 10 from the 48. Huntley will look to throw again. Running out of time. Rolling. Gonna look to run here. Gonna have the 1st down and then some, out of bounds at the 33. A big run for Tyler Huntley. 1st and 10 from the 33. Huntley will look to throw again. Gonna try to find Winters dropped. From the 33, 2nd and 10, handoff. Tyler Beatty can't break a tackle, loss of a yard. 3rd down and long. Huntley will take the snap, looking to throw. Gonna take a shot down the field for Chester Truman. Can he come up with it? It's swatted away. Little underthrown from Huntley. 4th and 11, and the 4th quarter has just begun. 4th and 11, Denver offense still on the field, lined up to go for it. Looking to throw. Has Chester Truman, and what a play. That's Jeff Okudah. The signing makes an incredible deflection, and it is 1st and 10 for Kansas City. Mahomes back on the field, back with the offense that can do no wrong this half, and it's a handoff to Pacheco. Gets an excellent block from Travis Kelce that helps him pick up a couple extra yards. 2nd and 6 from the 39. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Will hand off to Pacheco again, and that's Nyomu Uwazurike in the backfield. 3rd and 5. I imagine it'll be through the air this time for the Chiefs. It's not actually. It's a handoff for Pacheco, and somebody missed a tackle, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. He was dead to rights. 1st and 10, Kansas City. Probably just going to run the ball a ton here in the 4th quarter, trying to kill the clock. It is a handoff to Pacheco. Not sure where Avery Baptiste is going. 2nd and 3. Like, dude, I don't understand Madden. I just don't. His job is to fill this lane, and he's filling it perfectly. Why is he running to the left? Somebody explain it to me. He's right. He's not even, it's not like Mahomes is going that way. Nobody is heading that way except for the left tackle. Why is he following the left? Where is he going? Make it make sense, EA. 2nd and 3. And they are throwing here, actually, and it's a catch for Kelce, brought down by Stearns. 3rd and 1. Mahomes throwing RPO for Rashee Rice, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Chiefs. To the 10, to the 5, touchdown, Kansas City. Read the RPO perfectly, got it out to Rashee Rice. I didn't even really see what happened defensively, but it doesn't really matter. More points on the board for Kansas City. Yeah, I run commit here. But how is this getting completed at all? Do you remember on the last drive for the Chiefs when Jeff Okudah used his full jumping ability to go up and deflect the ball away from Chester Truman? Do you remember when that happened? Because I do. Tyreek Stevenson wouldn't even have to jump here. Are you telling me, Madden, EA, people watching, that from the time Mahomes releases this ball to the time it is here, he could not have reacted and put a hand up, even if it goes straight past his hands and he just misses the deflection, I would be okay with that. He doesn't even attempt. He just gets sucked into the blocking animation. Caden Stearns, who, I mean, look at him, is fully watching the quarterback, sees Mahomes wind up to release this, can't react in time to stop, to tackle Rashee Rice? Are we serious with the defensive AI? Like, this can't be for real. I just don't get it. And granted, I did a run commit defensively, which means my team is selling out to a run up the middle. Totally get that. I get certain players being out of the play because of that. Like maybe guys in the middle of the field, like Drew Sanders run committing as the middle linebacker when I did a run commit makes sense. Devin Bush run committing when I did a run commit makes perfect sense. Why does it make the corners react this way? Denver offense takes over from their own 25 once again, and we'll look to throw. Gonna hit Rashad Winters, or try to. Inaccurate from Huntley, but Rashad Winters big enough to make the grab, has a first. From the 37, Huntley will look to throw again, and it's gonna be a screen play to Jaleel McLaughlin, and Ben Powers just stops doing his job. 2nd and 6 after the screenplay. Huntley will look to throw. Going to try to hit Marvin Mims. It's inaccurate, but he holds on, and it's a pickup of 1 yard. 3rd and 5 from the 42. We'll look to throw. Send Chester Truman deep, and it's underthrown pretty poorly by Tyler Huntley. I'm going to call this play. It's called cross drag. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to want to throw to either Josh Reynolds or Rashad Winters. They're going to run into each other across the middle. Ready? Here it comes. 4th and 5. Oh my God, they didn't. Josh Reynolds, please. He didn't get the first. 1st and 10, Kansas City from the Denver 46. Kansas City takes over from the Denver 46. Going to put 55 on us again, just like the Dolphins did. On 2nd down from the 43. Mahomes under center. Kelsey in the zone. I don't know how much it matters. And Pacheco nearly a breakaway. Empty set for Mahomes on 3rd and 3 when you're up by 32. Okay, they thought about it. They second guessed it. They brought Pacheco back, but it is play action, and it's a throw for Kelsey, who just absolutely dusts Caden Stearns. Down at the 7, 1st and goal, Kansas City. 5 minutes left to play, 5 minutes of hell. 1st and goal from the 7. As Mahomes throws, finds his man. Rashee Rice is just wide open, and it is a touchdown once again for the Chiefs. It's going to be 49-10. How very exciting. 4:52 left to play in the game. From the 25, Huntley will look to throw. Finds his ma'am, Josh Reynolds. 2nd and 4 from the 31. Huntley back to throw again. Going to look for his tight end, Rashad Winters. Chased down by Nick Bolton, but has a 1st and 10. From the 42, Huntley will look to throw again. Gonna hit Marvin Mims, who gets hit himself. Pickup of 9, 2nd and inches. From the 48, Huntley to throw again. Gonna look for Mims again. They seem to have a connection. And Mims, good speed, gets to the 38. 2.5 minutes left until we can go home once again. It feels like we're doing this every single week. Blown out by the Ravens last week, blown out by the Chiefs this week. Doesn't really seem to matter, does it? As Huntley will look to throw on the run, finds Chester Truman. That is why we brought in Tyler Huntley. We're just seeing it a little bit late when we're down by 39. 1st and 10 from the 10. Basically goal to go, but like not at the same time. Gonna look for Mims in the end zone. He's got a touchdown. And the comeback's on, baby. Inside 2 minutes, miracles can happen. Marvin Mims, touchdown. And Denver making the score look, maybe a little bit more respectable, but I don't know how respectable it is when you get 49 dropped on you. They're not taking knees? Bro. Pacheco going to get a touchdown here probably? Seems like every single week, I was going to say every other week, but it's really every single week, Denver is allowing at least 35 points. Do we have a single game this season allowing less than 35 points? I want to say we beat the Chargers 37-34, and that might be the lowest total we've allowed all season. It's really bad. Mahomes playing like he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Oh wait, 17-26, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Tyler Huntley, I actually don't think he was that bad. I think that in different circumstances, it'll go a lot better with Huntley. I'm pretty excited about him going forward. Definitely, I think, ran the offense, at least in the first half, pretty well. Pacheco obviously annihilated us. Tyler Beatty was really good in the first quarter, as was like really the whole team, and then was really bad the rest of the way. I don't know. I liked Tyler Beatty a lot at the end of last season, but he's been not good since. Marvin Mims, 8 for 68 and a touchdown, was super involved. Chester Truman, 130 and a touchdown. Him and Travis Kelce had the exact same day. 541 for Josh Reynolds, 4 for 96 and 2 touchdowns for Rice. You know what, we don't need to look at the Chiefs stats. 3 for 35 for Winters, 2 for 2 for McLaughlin, 1 for 6. Baron Browning had a hell of a first half. He had 2 sacks on like the first 2 drives. Rashad Winters as an upgrade. That's a big deal, as his superstar dev for Rashad Winters. It finally got revealed after that. That is huge. Oh my God, our offense is so set for the future. We just need the quarterback. We need to determine if Javonte Williams is the RB1 going forward, maybe find a new running back, I'm not sure, but that is so huge, and it just makes Greg Dulcich even more expendable. Rashad Winters, big upgrade, 2 catch and traffic, 1 medium route running, 2 pass block finesse, 2 run block, and an ability slot because he's superstar. Oh, look at this, 2 new injuries, guys. Pat Foot, dislocated elbow, misses 4 weeks. Cameron Fleming, our left tackle, torn labrum, misses 5. We don't have a choice but to place Cameron Fleming on IR. We just have to free up the roster spot. It's just that simple. Should I injured reserve Pat Foot as well? I think we need to give him IR as well, unfortunately. All right, it's the rivalry rematch. We got to look at this, even though I'm scared to see what it says. Cameron Fleming, aren't you like dead? Didn't you tear your labrum? Bro, you should be in the hospital. Why are you here? You're in full pads still, talking to Sean Payton. I thought you tore your labrum, little bro. -10 morale for all players. As if it's not bad enough with the massive injury bug we've been hit by, with terrible quarterback play. And then the rain game. All offensive linemen will have -3 run block power and run block finesse for the next game. Sweet. We're 1-4. It's time to, we blew up the team last season. I think it's time to blow it up even further. We're going to start making some trades. That'll happen in the next episode. I'm going to go ahead and advance the week, and then we will end the episode there. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, I have started streaming this series on Twitch, twitch.tv/Yolag, if you want to hang out in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode where we're going to get a win against the Raiders.